Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Ro, and for today's video we are still playing with our scraps. So far these are what I have. I still have the bigger ones, but we are going to focus on the smaller pieces that we have. So these are what I have right here. And if you have seen like my other recent videos, and you've seen me use my paper scraps without any die sets, but for this video we are going to use this die set right here. This is the Pimpkin Trio from ScrapDivaDesigns. This is included in the September release, which will be available on the 2nd of September, so make sure that you set your alarms, and of course don't forget to use my code RHODA10, that's RHODA10, to save 10% at checkout. So I will be using this die set here, but I will only be using the biggest one, which is this one. But what's amazing with a lot of the die sets from ScrapDivaDesigns is that they come in different sizes, so you can choose whatever size you want. But as I said, for this video I am going to be using the biggest one, and we are going to be making some bag toppers using this die set right here. And I have made a similar like project, but I used it as a paper clip. But for this project I wanted to make bag toppers using it. I actually received a swap. It was a Christmas swap for my Christmas in July that I hosted. I think it was from Leslie, who is Labor of Love. I'm going to share her Instagram here. I think she has a YouTube channel, but whatever links I can find I will share here. And what she did is she made like a similar bag topper, which could be which was removable, so you could like reuse it. So what I'm doing is a bag topper inspired by her bag topper, but as I said, I made something similar before and I use it as a paper clip. So I am making 12 of these bag toppers because I did mention in the previous video that I am hosting a swap, a Halloween swap, and I might as well just work on that swap. So I am making 12 of these, so 12 bag toppers. I am doubling up my paper because I want my bag toppers to be sturdy. So I cut this die a total of 48 pieces. Each bag topper will have 4 pieces of this pumpkin. And then right now I am just picking which designs I wanted to be the front of this bag topper. And then after this I am going to glue 2 pieces just so it's sturdy. So a total of 4, as I said, a total of 4 per bag topper. I will glue 2 pieces front and then 2 pieces back, so per bag topper is going to be a total of 4. And yeah, right now I'm just finishing up picking my covers because I wanted the covers to have a design and not just a plain one. So there's that. And also this was a perfect way for me to get rid of a good chunk of my paper scraps. And I am happy because I'm finally like seeing a movement with regards to that stash, and I wanted to like get rid of as much as I could because I am going to be working on a bigger project soon, which I will use like a full sheets of paper, which means I will have more scraps coming. So I really wanted to get rid of as much scrap as I could with these projects that I've been making and that I've been sharing. So now I've shown you that I glued it. I went ahead and sewn the bottom parts And then the bottom parts of those two pieces, like I said, one bag topper will have like two pieces, and then I sewed the bottom of those two pieces, and then I sewn those pieces, like the top part, I sewn them together, so you will have that that paper clip. I hope that I'm like saying this, I'm saying this instruction and I couldn't understand it myself, but I hope the video showed you like what I meant. And right now I'm just showing you that this can be used as an embellishment. I made these embellishments, this chunky embellishment, a few videos ago, but since they are bigger, I am gonna go ahead and make a smaller version of this chunky embellishment. I went ahead and made only 3 layers instead of 4. I believe like my original chunky embellishment was like 4 layers, but for this one I am only making 3 layers. So I am grabbing my foam tapes, and then I am grabbing my foam tape scissors. Like I always say, when you are working with foam tape or like any sticky tape, you have to have a separate pair of scissors for that, just so your scissors won't get sticky when you cut paper with it. So yeah, and now I am just going to add my foam tape. I mentioned this in a previous video that when I am working on chunky embellishments, I like to put foam tapes behind each layer just to add height. So that is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, after the base layer, which is the rectangle piece, I went ahead and added that fold, the paper fold piece, and then the last layer I am going to be adding is going to be the ruffle piece. And then after that, I am going to stick that ruffle piece onto our base that we are working on. And then after we're done with that, we are going to decorate it. And since this is a smaller embellishment, it means that we won't be needing a lot of like other, like maybe stickers or what we usually put. We're not going to be needing a lot of those since this is small. So what I did is I just grabbed my flat backs, my cabochons, and then I am just going to glue them on top of our paper ruffle layer. And then after that, this is how it looked. It looks like this. And then I'm trying to pick as many different kinds of cabochons as I can, just so you can see a good, like a diverse. And yeah, so I am adding paper flowers right here just to finish up this layer, and that should be it for, yeah, that should be it for this chunky embellishment. As I said, since it's small, I won't be needing a lot of things to stick on this embellishment. And then I also went ahead and stuck the chunky embellishment on top of our bag topper, so it's like this. And then you might have noticed that the chunky embellishment is a tad like smaller than our base, like the bag topper, but I do have a reason for that. But first, let me just show you how it looks when you put it onto a cardstock, just simulating that that is a bag. So this is our bag topper, and again, you notice that there is space in there's a space on my bag topper. I'm planning on adding onto this bag topper like once I am ready to like finish this project. But for now, this is it. I went ahead and showed you that to make it stick, you can actually like sew it or put a paper clip just so it doesn't fall off. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.